Hello, how are we all? It's Thursday again and we're here, and what a beautiful day it is. It's gorgeous outside. I woke up this morning thinking how cold it was, but then the sun's come out, I've pegged washing out and it's gorgeous out there. Just going to check with Hayden that we are live in the right place. Hayden? Okay, you can turn my voice off, thank you very much. I know you want to annoy me because the piece of paper does better than you, but you know.
Yeah.
Turn it off, please, because I'll get feedback. You can watch it, but you can't listen to it. Thank you. You can if you go out the room. So how are we all? Do hop on and say hello if you are watching live, or hashtag replay if you're catching up with this later. Got a few things to tell you about today. It's a new month, October, which means also for us in Stampin' Up, it's a new year. Our year runs October to October, and we have to bring in the new year some fantastic offers. There's just so much to tell you about, so let's swap cameras and I'll run through everything that's happening. Okay, starter kit special. Our starter kits are excellent value anyway. You get to choose any £130 worth of product for £99. I mean, that's fantastic, isn't it? You know, who doesn't want free product? But for the starter kit special that runs just for October, you can choose £160 worth of product for £99, and that's any current product of your choice out of any of the catalogues, any of the online exclusives, and it also this month will include the pre-order for the new upcoming online exclusives. So if you've got a wish list that you know is quite large, go for a starter kit. You get free shipping with it as well. So it's a great way to get your hands on that extra products. You don't have to make a business out of it as if you don't want to. It can be a hobby demo. You can never order again if you don't want to, but you know, product for nothing really. So that's first. Our second thing is our kits. We have a sale, an offer on of up to 30% off all of our kit collection. Kits are fantastic, great way to get together, craft together, and there's something for everybody. We've got a wide range of kits available at the moment and going forward, and we have two new ones that have been added. The Alpine Air kit. This is a card kit which comes with a stamp set, and you can make 9 cards, 3 of each design, and it's a lovely kit, very soft, serene, great mail kit. Now the stamps that you get in there are for sentiments, and it's thinking of you, let yourself dream big, hello friend, and happy birthday. So there really is something for everybody in there. But they're beautiful. This picture really doesn't do justice, but they're like watercolor landscapes, mountains. It is beautiful. Really good for masculine cards. And then our next kit that's been released, this is in my basket. I'm putting an order through in the next couple of days. I've just got to check things that I need, and it's a look back kit, which is a journal kit, for want of a better word. Let me just take a look. It's all right, I've got the page open on my computer and I'm just reading So the actual notebook is 6¾ by 8 inches. Spiral bound, lovely embossed black gold foiling embossed on there. You get lots of ephemera pieces and paper pockets for quick decorating, you know, pieces you put on. But yeah, I think that is a gorgeous, and even if you're not into journaling it or memory keeping in that way per se, make a lovely gift. Again, this doesn't really do it justice. So go online and have a look at that. It's a lovely kit. And as I mentioned earlier, online exclusives. There are some new online exclusives coming November. If you buy a starter kit, you can order them now. And there's the utterly adorable, look at those little otters. How fab are they? They're so cute. And a lot of this is actually the paper that makes up the scene. So great for quick and easy cards, or I think they're brilliant for kids as well, crafting with, you know, grandchildren, children, family members. But they are really cute. So that's coming. And also marble elegance. How beautiful is that? Brilliant for Valentine's Day, but you know, we'll carry through with the marble effect with lots of gold foiling on there. This, I believe, is going to be our main Valentine's suite. There won't be a big suite in the upcoming mini catalogue next year. There will perhaps be some more Valentine's stuff in there, but I believe this will be the main suite. I could be wrong on that. Don't hold me to it. So that's all that. My giveaways. Last month, the lovely Leslie won the giveaway. This month, we have a hand-decorated notebook that I shall be giving away. It's free to enter. I will put a post out this weekend, and I shall pin it to the top of my Facebook page. And if you like the post, comment on the post and share the post, you get an entry into the giveaway, and then the name's just chosen at random on a name wheel, and I'll put that out to you. This is only open to the UK, I'm afraid, because of postage. So yeah, if you fancy that notebook, keep an eye out for that. And I think that is everything I've got to, except for I am starting classes again, in-person classes, but scrapbooking. I shall be starting in November. It'll be on a Tuesday evening, 6 till 8, and I believe the first one is the 5th. It might be the 12th. I'll be putting posts out about it. I'm just getting things finalised with costs and everything, but it'll be scrapbooking for everyone. You'll be given a kit per se, to make 2 12 by 12 layouts, and you will have some extras left over. I will give you a layout to use to copy, but if you want to change it and do your own thing, that's absolutely fine. It's your product, you do what you want. I will take stamps and inks and dyes and stuff like that for us to use, but you'll have your own card, papers and embellishments for that. No photographs needed. Don't need to bring any photos. I'll give you photo mats to use, and then you can put your photos in at home. So yeah, those are coming, and those are going to be held in Cradley Heath, at the Cradley Heath Sports and Social Club. So if you're local and you fancy giving that a go, let me know. I will be putting them on my website so that people can book. But it's a co-event with Kat from Creatively Minded. So she'll be sharing posts as well, so you can also book through Kat. Right, so I'll have a swig of tea and we will get crafting. It's nearly cold, so I best not leave that too long. Right, so this week I've been sharing the Hearts and Hugs, and as you might have seen, this was one of my must-haves when I saw this. It sat on my shelf since, when did I order it? March. And I wanted to play, but in my head I've got the cards that I saw designed out on stage, and I just could not get those cards out my mind. I love them, but I couldn't seem to do anything else with this. Hi Julie, thanks for hopping on. So it's took me a while, but yeah, you'll see this week some have come out, there's some more to come out that, yeah, I think I've made it my own. So that's what we're going to be using. And our first card, I'm going to use one of our layouts. I have to admit, I'm running way behind with everything. I didn't plan anything till about an hour ago. Just life. I'm a bit tired at the moment. Illness has caught up with me and I'm struggling a little bit. I'm getting there, I'm just taking things easy. So we're going to use a simple layout from the annual catalogue for this, and then we'll see where we go. So this is our layout for today, just a simple rectangle with a circle and a banner and a bow. So I thought I'd do a background technique, being as the background is the main thing. I don't want to just put paper on. We've used a lot of paper lately, so I thought I'd do a technique for the background. And I thought we would use our Stampin' blends, a block, and a spritz with alcohol in. And we're going to make our background. How this will work, not sure. It's all trial and error. If it doesn't work using one block, we might end up going for two, but we'll see. And I asked Hayden to help me colour choice. This is what he was being a bit funny with me earlier about piece of paper knowing better, because he chose Lost Lagoon, and I was like, right, yeah, one of my favourite colours, love that. He's looking at my stamp, at my inks, deciding what other colour, and I'm like, oh, I could use Colour Coach. And I'm like, oh, actually, I've got my colour wheel. Let's have a look at my colour wheel. So I got my colour wheel out, and Hayden's like, well, if a piece of paper can do better than me. But yeah, so it's our colour wheel shows us complementary colours, monologue colours, and triadic colours that go. These will be available in November to purchase. The only difference being to mine hasn't got basic beige, whereas I believe the new ones will. And also, hello Kim, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. Also, they won't have the ink colours, because otherwise you just have to keep replacing it, and we don't want that. I want you to purchase one and then you can use it going forward. So I got my colour wheel and I decided that I was just going to go complementary with the Lost Lagoon. So I'm looking at the complementary section with Lost Lagoon in, and I can just go over to the other complementary little window, and I've got a choice of colours there, and I decided to choose Pretty in Pink. Kim says, glad to have found you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found me too. Hopefully this week will be better than last week. Facebook decided that it wasn't going to download my video after. So I have no replay of last week's. It's just sat there saying it'll be available soon, be available soon. I couldn't download it, but apparently some other people had some issues as well. Hopefully it'll behave itself today. So yes, so we're going to go with our Stampin' Blends, Lost Lagoon and Pretty in Pink. So I'm going to bring in a piece of grid paper because we are possibly going to make a bit of a mess. And then I'm going to bring a standard card front for me, which is 14.4 by 10. And like I say, I'm just going to try it with the one block first and see how these colours. Maybe you can download now, go back and see if you can. I have been trying. I haven't done it for a couple of days, but I have kept going back. But yeah, I need to. I don't know. Apparently, lots of people. I was in Catherine's group, and there was a few people saying the same thing. Somewhat with Facebook, and when I first looked at it, it was saying the live was 8 hours long. Oh, it wasn't. It was just over an hour. So, but yeah, I'll have another look. Him says, love mess. It's creative clutter. Yeah. I don't do it often enough. That's the problem. I'm a bit of a clean crafter, but I do enjoy mess. So we're going to take our lightest colour first, and I'm just going to colour on my block. Nothing fancy, no like rhyme or reason to where I'm doing it. I'm just putting some colour on the block. And then I'm going to take, oh God, Facebook. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's a good job we don't totally rely on it. So then I'm going to take alcohol in a spritz, and I'm just going to spritz it. And then we're going to turn it and place it down and see how this turns out. Like I say, it's all trial and error with this. And as you can see, that's okay. It's not bad. It's usable. Not the effect I'm after. I wanted something a bit more merged, if you like. So we're going to try again. I'm just going to wipe that off. The colours are quite subtle, so that does make a difference on the results that you get. And the thing is, you can just keep doing this because no two will ever be the same. And grab another piece of paper. Oh, that it does look cool, doesn't it? The speckled E, but it wasn't what I was going for. So we can just keep going until we decide we've got what we want. And I'm just going to roll it around a little and we'll see. Like I say, it's hard to tell because the colours are so subtle. When I'm rolling it, I can't see until I pop it down. Then I can see better. Actually, that is so much more like what I was after. I just needed that bit more alcohol on it. And there we go. And that is going to be our background. So we'll leave that to totally dry for a moment. And then this will dry, so we'll be able to use this again. And I'll pop that over there. Right. So with this, I think we should use, I'm going to go for the walrus, you know. Am I? Turn it on its edge. No, because we're going to have a circle on it. So we're going to do a really cute little hamster gerbil or whatever it is. Thank you, Julie. It looks lovely. I don't know if it's a hamster, a gerbil. It can be whatever you want him to be. I don't think there's any right or wrong in what you want to call him. And I'm just going to get a scrap and my piercing mat. No, I don't need my piercing mat. I want my scrap. I like to have a scrap underneath just so I don't dirty my background. And we're going to stamp on here. He's a bit fatter than I expected him to be. Alright, so now we can colour this. Now with the pink and the Lost Lagoon, I think we need to keep it quite light. So I'm going to go with a smoky slate. I don't want anything too heavy. And I might bring in fact, I won't go smoky slate. See, changing my mind already. We'll go grey granite and bring in a bit of crumb cake. The grey granite has just got that chair keeps going down. Grey granite's just got that bit warmer tone to it. Julie says you have to do the school run later, chick, so they can fetch you. Go, sorry to tell you now, but worried of missing you setting off. Text you later. Okay, no problem, Julie. Not a problem. I was going to pop over Julie's for coffee. But as with life, things get in the way. So we'll get our grey granite. I'm just going to colour our little hamster thing. And I'm just going to do around the edges just some dots and some little flicks. I'm not a fabulous blender, as a lot of you know. I'm a quick colour person, and I just add little bits just to add a little bit of shading and just blend that in. There we go. So it's a little bit lighter in the middle, and then I'm going to use the crumb cake for his pouches on his cheeks. Kim says you really need to use this stamp set. It keeps looking at me. I'm sure I was the same, Kim. On stage, I wanted this stamp set. It was the one that was the top of my list, and I brought it, and it sat there until the other week when I created with it. Your colouring is fine. Quick colouring is what we are after most of the time. It's right. It's right. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't going to do that under there. Oh well, we're going crumb cake under here now. But hey ho, hamsters, gerbils, whatever, can be any colour we want them to, can't they? Wherever. So yeah, we haven't all got lots of time to spend colouring. It's nice to sit and colour and make a fantastic card when you've got the time. And you know, there are those times when we've got to make those special cards for those special people, and we don't mind spending half an hour or more colouring an animal or whatever. But on the whole, we haven't got that time. We need something quick. Julie, Facebook translated that colour as grey granny. You love the names of the colours. You know what? Stampin' Up colour names are fab, aren't they? They really are. Okay, so I'm just taking light crumb cake now and just blending over it, going over it all with circular motions, if you like. Nothing spectacular again. And just blending that down a little bit, keeping away from the very top of his arm because that's where the light would catch. I'll just blend that out a little. There we go. And just over it all. So I'm happy with that. Probably can't see that very well, but see, he's got some shading to him, and that's fine. Kim says, I know I haven't the time. You know me, I scribble my colours on it. Kim, your colouring is fabulous. Your bucket, that is just the one that sticks in my mind. That metal bucket with the rusty bits, it's fantastic. But yeah, we haven't got time, have we, all the time to do a fantastic job? Everyone's got such busy lives. We just need to get things done. And I really think for this, the last thing you want to do is sit here for a whole hour, spit that out correctly, and just watching me colour. I mean, if that's what I do and that's what I'm here to show, fair dues. But, you know, you just want to see me craft. There we go, with his little cheeks. And then I'm going to bring in a bit of the ivory. Oh, bless you. But yours is great, and the same technique as mine. Are you colouring? Fabulous. Thank you, Kim. It's very kind. So I'm going to bring in just the ivory to just do his nose, his ears, the inside of his ears, and hands and feet. Because they tend to be more of a skin colour. And I think the ivory is perfect just for this. It just adds a little bit of fleshy colour. And I'm just putting a couple of layers down in the where I want the darker bits to go. That's it. Fab. And there we have a little hamster, gerbil, whatever you want him to be. Quick and easy. Now you can fussy cut this out, but I'm going to use the die. I don't mind fussy cutting, but anything to make my life easy. That's what I'm about. I'll trim that so it'll fit through my mini cutting emboss. And pop that on there. And I am going to use a bit of washi tape just to hold it into place. Oh, this washi tape is terrible. Every time I use it, it splits. I don't know where it come from or anything. Oh, look at him. He looks so cute and you have brought him to life. Thank you, Kim. I'm just popping the washi tape on my jumper just to get rid of some of the sticky, because I don't want to rip my image. Sometimes it can be too sticky, and as you pull it off, it pulls the paper with it. Okay, and we'll just run that through. Mix up. I'm going to need that again in a moment. We have our main image. See, it's ripping that now. It's terrible. But I want to just throw it away because that's a waste. Right, put those in the bin. See, trying to be tidy. I'll just have a swig of tea. So, what have you all been up to? Have we got lots of crafting going on or not at the moment? I want a circle. behind him because our layout has a circle. And I've been using the the Spotlight of Nature dies, circle dies, a lot because I love them. They're fabulous. But I think we're going to go back to the Old Faithful today and use the Stylish Shapes, which are an excellent pack of dies. And I'm going to get the second largest, that's just right for him. And I'm going to cut out a white circle. I'm just going to grab one of my card bases because I haven't got any scrap white. I've used it all. And I'll chop that down. Or should I say I haven't got any scrap white big enough. I've got little strips and stuff for sentiments. But no pieces large enough for doing a circle. I do like to use my scraps. Pieces that are too small, they either go in the recycling or we use them to light the fire, which has been happening quite a lot lately. Though I do think it's getting time to have the heating on soon. Hayden was saying he was cold last night. Kim says, want to craft, things get in my way, but plan this afternoon. I said goodbye to our WAV car this morning. Very sad seeing it on the scrap trailer. Oh, Eule's scrap page scheme. Now have to find another that is Eule's complete. That's terrible, Kim. I hate this Eule's thing. Soon we have it in now. Yeah, I hate this Eule's. I'm a petrol head. We've got an old car with a big engine. And you know, we like big engines. And we've got friends that live down in London that have got these cars. And it's such a shame because it's killing them. It's terrible. A perfectly good car for wheelchairs getting crushed. Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do. I really do. But it's too much. I mean, why not, as people replace things? You know, we're all this about recycling and everything, but they're making people get rid of things that don't need to be gotten rid of. And yeah, I just don't get it. Right, so we have our elements here. So I'm going to add our sentiment, which will be on a banner, but I want to just trim our background down so that I've got an equal border all the way around. It's not going to be a perfect size. I just want the borders something like. We'll put that there. Because our block obviously isn't made to be a card front. It's not a said size, but that's okay. We don't always have to go for perfect measurements on everything. Yes, and the air quality is still the same as 2 years on. It makes no difference at all. Well, no, that's the thing, isn't it? And what really bugs me is the fact that out of all these countries that are all supposed to be pulling together to do this, we are a tiny little country and we're doing so much more than anyone else. But because the huge big countries aren't doing anything, it's making hardly any difference at all as an overall. You know, it's wrong. It really is wrong. I know something needs doing and I don't know the answer. But yeah, they're sort of like, well, if we fix this, that'll make people think that, you know, we're doing the right thing, but then we'll cause a load more scrap and whatever. The balance isn't right, is it? At all. It's just not right. Okay, so there we go. I think that's really cute. I want to add some splatters on here. I was going to add them on the circle, but I'm going to keep that clean. I want to add some splatters onto this, so I'm just going to take my Lost Lagoon and my Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to take the brush end. That background mat looks beautiful. Thank you. Exactly, and it's very stressful for vulnerable people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know around London, things are probably different, I'm not sure, but the vulnerable people around here tend to be the ones that can't really afford to keep doing everything. They're trying the hardest, but they're the ones that find it most difficult, and the government just doesn't make it any easier for them. But we won't get on about government. It's not a good thing to chat about, is it? But yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm just going to splat that. Only a couple, just to add a bit of texture into it. And then that will sit on there like so. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Alexa, stop. I don't know what it wanted me to say again, but it wanted me to say something. Oh dear. Yeah, government now. Maybe they'll understand the average person one day. One day. All right, so I've just layered him up on dimensionals, and then we're going to pop that flat on there. Like, I haven't used my glue for a while, as you can tell. I'll pop that slightly higher than centre, I think. And then we're going to do a sentiment. So we'll have a look what sentiment. Thanks, sending a big birthday hugs. Need birthday cards. So sending birthday hugs. And then I'm going to be using one of the dies, actually. It might fit in one of these Happy Little Things dies. These are my go-to ones now for little banners. For sentiments, because they are small. As long as that will fit in, yes it will. You can always test with your stamp to see if it's going to fit inside your die by laying it on top. Just checking. Everyone that's watching this at the moment is thinking, yes Lisa, we know that. I talk to you as though there's loads of other people, I pretend there's hundreds watching me and nobody knows everything. Will that fit on there? It will. And we'll stamp that. I think, will I go black? Yeah, make it stand out. We'll do it in black. Ink that up, and then we'll stamp that there. Do excuse me if you get my head. Beautiful. That's stamped lovely. Get rid of it. See, I'm getting in a mess now. I've got things everywhere. Kim, haha, you're funny, but 100 will catch the replay. You've shared a lot of tips today. Brilliant. Thank you. It's something I'm trying to be a bit more conscious of. Because, yeah, I mean, we do things and it's just second nature that where we do this, we do that, But not everybody knows, and new people do come along and catch things. So yeah, I mean, I pick up loads of tips watching people, or things that I'd forgot about. I think, oh, I haven't tried that for a long time. I'll have a go at that. There you go. Look, how cute is that? I just love those dies. Get rid of that and save that for a little bit of something else. Hundreds will watch one day, Kim. You know, I upload them onto YouTube now, and one day hundreds will watch. I'm really happy though with what I'm doing and where it's going. So yeah, all right, and then I'm going to place that on there like that because I want to. All right, pop a couple of dimensionals just to the one side, and then we're going to pop some wet glue on the other side because it's already raised up on his belly. We've got dimensionals under there. Pop a tiny bit of glue on there. Well, that's just, let's just say Aldi's pick up too. Like, I wouldn't have thought to do that background technique with blends. That's why I've picked up a great tip there. Well, I'm glad to have inspired you to say that I can inspire Kim Feet. Then, you know, someone that's been card making for a very long time, then that's excellent. My job is done. Card base. I'm thinking, a lot of you know I'm not big on coloured card bases. I tend to go for white, but I want to use colour more. So I'm trying Lost Lagoon, and we will see. And actually, because it's got the white border around it, I think that's okay. He says, you always inspire me, my lord. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's nice to know. We all like to hear it, don't we? You know, we sit here and we craft and, oh yes, it pops off the Lost Lagoon. It's perfect fit. It actually has turned out a really good fit, hasn't it? We all sit here and we craft and we share and, you know, we put things out, and that's what we're doing it for. Yeah, don't get me wrong. To sell some product would be amazing, you know, that's great. But that's a second thing about it. I'm sure for most, you know, what we're about is sharing what we're doing and sharing the fact that a piece of paper and some colour and an image, you know, can make something so beautiful, and that you can as well. You know, anybody can do this. It's just learning the ways to put things together. And I don't always get it right. You know, sometimes I make things and I look at them and think, oh my gosh, you know, no, just no. Sometimes I'm not quite happy with them, but other times, yeah, it's brilliant. And I love to share, and I love watching other people, and I get loads of tips and that off everybody else, and it's great. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? We sure do. It's what we're all about. It is, Kim, that's right. You know, people, I mean, I have had people that have said to me who aren't within Stampin' Up or anything, and not major crafters, but they've said like about casing, oh, but you're just copying someone else's. And I'm like, yeah, but that's okay. That's what we do. We copy other people's. I think you've got to go way out to get a total original idea nowadays, because most things have been done at some point by somebody. what's wrong with copying someone? To me, if someone cases me, then that is a big up for me. You know, that boosts me so much that someone has thought that something I've created is worth them spending time redoing. You know, there's no better compliment, is there? We may copy, but we put our own twist on things. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I always, where I can, give credit to who I've cased. You know, so people can go and see where the idea came from, whether it is a direct copy of something or it's an inspiration that I've taken from theirs. I mean, the last blog hop I did, that was all about casing a friend, and I cased a card by Katie Drew Cards. It was a gorgeous card, and I did copy what she'd done, but I hadn't got the exact sets and that she'd used. So I used what I'd got and showed that, you know, you can create something with what you've got. Love your card that to case it was fabulous. Made me want to case yours. Thank you. That's very kind, Kim. But yeah, that's what we do. Right, now, our card layout had a bow, didn't it? So I think we're going to have a bow on there. And I have some twine. I think ribbon will be just that little bit too much. And we have white, or we can bring in the linen thread to correspond with our little hamster thing. To not UK blooming foam. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I read a lot of people's things and it's wrong. I read a lot of mine back and it's wrong. And I think I'm going to go linen thread just to tie in our little hamstery man. And we just want a little bow just to add that little something on there. We can play around with our bow till we get it the right size. That's about the size I want it, I think. A bit tighter. Yep, excellent. And then I shall just chop that off. There we go. And then we'll get a glue dot. And we can fold a glue dot up. Okay, that's just dropped on the floor. There we go. I'll fold that up and we'll add it to our bow. And you can add it to the bow, you can add it to your page, whatever, wherever you want to put it first. And then I'm just going to add it there where the circle and our sentiment cross, I think, is a perfect spot. Let's trim that one a little bit. I am going to leave them quite long. I like them long for this because there's a lot of space. It allows it without it looking too much. And then we need to do the inside of our card. Oh, so for the inside, I am just going to stamp, which are here. I'm looking at the wrong place. Some little hearts, I think some nice little pink hearts. So I'm going to grab Pretty in Pink. Oh, and I'm just going to add some little hearts. There we go. That gives us plenty of space to still write, and we can write over the top of those, no problem. Hang on, I think I need a new glue. There we go. Centerize that. And there we have it. That's our card created. Now I think we're only going to get one card today, aren't we? Because it's 10 to already. I had that much to tell you about at the beginning. But I will show you the background using the 2 blocks and just show you how you could do that and swap the background. Oh, it looks fabulous. Love it. Thanks, Kim. Thank you. Right, so for the 2 blocks, let me just sort my chair out. I got rid of my old chair because it didn't work. It was welded together, and bought a new one. And this one's just keeps going down. I thought it was me, but Hayden uses it as well. He says exactly the same. Right, let's bring back in our sheet of grid paper. And then what I do when I'm using 2, in fact, I'm going to go smaller than those. So we're going to use a B block. And same principle. But I'm just going to add the Lost Lagoon all over here. And then we will... Oh, my chair does that too. I feel like I'm crafted with my jeans. Yeah, it's terrible. I think I'm going to get Dell to take it to work and weld this one up high. Because I have it as high as it goes. Alright, so we've done the same technique with that one. And that one's got a lot more on, so that may take a while to dry, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use the Pretty Pink, Pretty in Pink, and do one with those. This works well, colouring and spritzing on vellum. We're going to add that one that way. I've got the 2 blocks out to use 2 and I'm still only using 1. So that's that, and then we'll have another Lost Lagoon. But yeah, on vellum it looks fab to colour it and then spritz it and swoosh it about. I must admit, I like using alcohol. And then we'll pop that one there. So we've got 3 on there. And that looks a lot darker on camera than it does in real life. It will subtle off a bit because of the alcohol when that evaporates. Come on. I did saturate it, didn't I, this time? But yeah, and then we can trim that down if we wanted to, the same, or we could leave it. But that's another way of making an interesting background. Once it's done, I will splatter it as well. I think that just adds a little bit. And I wonder how it would look if we used... I've only got very vanilla. Let's cut another card base. See, I'm playing now. Use the extra couple of minutes to play. Why not? And then over the weekend I can create with these and share what I've created. I'm going to keep with these colours. I want my pink first. Light colour first, because then it doesn't matter if you go over it with the dark colour. I'm just going to do some stripes on there. But you don't want to go over a dark colour with your light pen, because then you'll have it on there. And there. This is the thing. I'm coming on here, I'm playing. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't on here. I wouldn't have a play. I'd just get on with doing what needs to be done. And I am just gonna spritz that so that it's in bubbles, like we had the bubbles on the first one. And see what that looks like. Through here, it's kind of reminding me of the drizzling droplet stamp. But there we go, there's another one. See, there's lots of different ways you could do it. Use any colours. You could make it, in fact, let's have a go. We could make it look like a scene almost. So if we go summer splash, let's make it summery and nice and bright, just because. And then we'll go azure afternoon, nice and bright. So we'll pop our summer splash down. Don't know what this will look like, so you know. So we're making it a bit more of like a background that you could use, the sky and grass almost. And oh, maybe I'm running out of alcohol. Typical. It's not gonna give me any more, is it? That's okay. It's blended somewhat, so we'll give that a go and plop that down. It's lovely having fun and it's fab to watch. Oh, love that striped one. Thank you. Yeah, I think I like the spickled spockledy effect. Whatever spickled spockledy means. Is it speckled? You know, but I'll make my own words up. That's fine. Ooh, I love that. I love summer splash and azure afternoon. I don't use azure afternoon because it's a colour that I'm a bit about, but on that, ooh, I can't wait to do that. That's fab. Let's put some splatters on this one. I like splatters, if you hadn't noticed, because it's just messy and there's no right or wrong. Yeah. I've run out of alcohol now. I've got a big bottle, but I've run out in there. And I haven't got my funnel here to fill it up. So, gorgeous colours they are, aren't they? So that was our first attempt, which had a bit of a nice spickledy spockledy effect, but wasn't what I was going for. So we redid it and we got this for our card. That's using one big block and colouring patches. Then I did it with two small blocks with the colours. So you could go more and build it up if you wanted. But I quite like that with the splatters again. And then we did our stripey in one block, and that, because I put less alcohol on, I got the speckled effect in the background. And then we switched our colours and did our summer splash with our azure afternoon to make more of a grass and sky kind of. And then we can stamp on that or stamp and die cut some. In fact, there's some lovely little flowers in this die set and some greenery to put them on. And I'm thinking if I did those in green and I'll do them in the summer splash, the same, and then these in yellow and perhaps pink or red, so they're really vibrant and stand out against it, and not use the animals at all. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. Right, let's switch you back. So thank you very much for joining me. Do remember, I do have a newsletter that goes out monthly if you'd like to sign up for that. It's full of inspiration and the latest goings on with Stampin' Up. That's at lisasloft.co.uk/newsletter. Yeah. If you don't like it, it's not what you're after, unsubscribe at any time. Oh, Posty was at the door. Oh, Posty, is it a nice Posty? Does he bring nice things? He doesn't bring bills, does he? We don't like Posties that bring bills. They can go away. But yeah. Thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you all have a lovely week. And I will see you all next week. Thanks again. Bye.